The movie begins in a desert where we see a man named Wyndham, who was a professional photographer. In fact, he had come to the desert to click some good photos of the solar eclipse. By evening, he clicks all the photos and starts to leave. But after going a little distance, he sees a crying child. Wyndham then asks him, "Why are you crying?" To which the child says, "I am lost here." Hearing this, Wyndham tells the child to come with him, but the child, walking in the other direction, says that his parents will be found that way. Wyndham unwillingly has to follow the child, and at the same time, he tries to stop the child, saying that there is no one that way, but the child doesn't stop. Following him, Wyndham goes deep into the desert. Then Wyndham tries to forcibly stop the child, but the child still doesn't stop, and then he gives Wyndham a strange smile and runs away, which makes Wyndham realize that the child brought him here to trap him on purpose. So he starts to go back, but he doesn't know the way back, so he gets lost there, and as he keeps walking, it gets dark. After that, Wyndham starts looking for a shelter to protect himself from the cold wind, and after going a little further, he sees a house where there is also a woman, but the house was a little below the hill, and there was a ladder to reach down. Now, Wyndham had no place to stay, so he climbs down the ladder to go inside the house, and upon entering, he sees the same woman whose name is Alina. But Alina is a bit strange because even after seeing Wyndham, she doesn't react or ask him anything. Then Wyndham himself says that he is lost and asks if he can stay there for the night. Even after hearing this, Alina doesn't respond, and after a while, she tells him to have dinner. Wyndham feels a bit strange hearing this, but he sits down to eat, although he doesn't actually eat the food. After that, Alina gives him a room to sleep in. Wyndham sees Alina changing clothes and then falls asleep. The next day, Wyndham wakes up and goes back to the same stairs. But he sees that the stairs are not there, and the place where he is standing is surrounded by high cliffs on all sides, making it impossible to get out without the stairs. So he goes to Alina, worried, and asks her about the stairs that were there yesterday. "Where are they now?" To which Alina says that those people must have removed the stairs after he arrived, hearing which he asks, "Who are those people?" But this time, Alina doesn't respond and gets back to her work. After that, we see that Wyndham wants to get out of there somehow, so he starts climbing up with the help of a climbing hammer. After climbing a bit, he gets quite tired and stops to rest. During this time, he hears the sound of children laughing from above, and suddenly a goat's severed head falls down, causing Wyndham to slip and fall, losing consciousness. At night, when Wyndham regains consciousness, he sees that his climbing hammer is stuck inside his leg, causing him a lot of pain, and he starts screaming. Hearing his screams, Alina comes there, removes the hammer from his leg, and takes him inside the house. The next morning, he asks Alina who is stopping him from getting out of here. But Alina again doesn't give him any answer. After that, Wyndham sees a boy on top of the rock and immediately asks him for help, telling him to bring a rope. The boy tells Wyndham to wait there for a while and goes to get the rope. After some time, the boy returns with the rope and throws it down, telling Wyndham to climb up with its support. Wyndham ties the rope around his waist and tries to climb up, and Alina is watching all this from the window, but this time too she remains silent. As Wyndham reaches halfway, he thinks he will be saved, but it was just his illusion. As soon as he reaches halfway, we see some children above, and one of the boys urinates on Wyndham, while the others starts shaking his rope vigorously. Then Wyndham asks Alina for help, and Alina comes there and tells the children to stop all this. But by then, Wyndham's head hits a rock and he becomes unconscious, and now Wyndham started feeling that he would never be able to get out of here. And he also thinks that maybe Alina was trapped in the same way, and when she couldn't get out, she must have accepted this place as her home. But the surprising thing was that the children didn't want to kill Wyndham and Alina. Rather, they used to give them food every day, just not letting them leave. The next day, Wyndham was trying to grow vegetables in that barren place so that they wouldn't run out of food while staying there. Then a boy named Leps comes on top of the rock and asks Wyndham. Wind is telling him about growing vegetables. Then Lepers asks Wyndham to teach him all this. Taking advantage of this, Wyndham tries to make Lepers his friend and says, "I can teach you whenever you want." Hearing this, Lepers throws a packet of chewing gum at him and leaves. Then, in the same soil, Wyndham finds a ring and a car key, realizing that many others have been here before. Later that night, Wyndham starts drinking a lot of alcohol. Alina stops him from drinking more, but Wyndham scolds her, after which Alina takes off all her clothes. Seeing this, Wyndham can't control himself, and they become intimate right there. The next day, when Wyndham comes to his garden, Lepers arrives and asks Wyndham to teach him. Wyndham says, "I can't teach you anything from this far away. If you get me out of here, I'll teach you whatever you want." Lepers, scared, tells Wyndham, "I can't get you out with all of them around, but when they're not here, I'll try to get you out." Alina was also listening to all this. Meanwhile, another child comes there and overhears their conversation, getting angry and taking Lepers away. That night, while having dinner, Alina tells Wyndham that she is pregnant, which makes him angry. Wyndham gets very angry and tells her, "You're the only one responsible for this because you seduced me." To which Alina replies, "It's both our fault." And hearing this, Wyndham falls silent. The next morning, when Wyndham wakes up, he hears Alina crying. He comes outside and sees this. It's shocking to see that Leps's dead body is hanging in the air. The same children had killed him because he wanted to help Wyndham. And here Alina was crying out, "My son," which reveals to us that Leps was indeed Alina's son. But how this happened will be revealed later. After that, Alina angrily tells Wyndham that he is a murderer, and because of him, her son was killed. After saying this, she hits him on the head with a stick, knocking him unconscious and locks him in a cage. She does this for 9 months because until Alina gives birth to her child, he has to stay in that cage. While in the cage, Wyndham's condition becomes like that of an animal. Although Alina provides him with food and drink, she doesn't care much for him, even though he was the father of her child. Then one day, Wyndham sees a girl standing on a rock and tries to ask her for help, but then those children come and kill the girl too. After that, when Alina brings food to Wyndham, he asks her why she is doing this to him, saying, "I am the father of your child. Either set me free or kill me." To which Alina responds that he is just a means to fulfill their purpose, and then she leaves. The next morning she starts having liver pain, which leads her to free Wyndham and ask for his help. Then Alina gives birth to a daughter, and after seeing the lovely daughter, Wyndham thinks he will stay there. But then the children come from behind and slit Wyndham's throat, killing him. Then the children tell Alina, "Mother, we did what you said." In fact, all these children were Alina's own.